Ladies and gentlemen, we today celebrate the 73rd anniversary of the International Human Rights Day. The theme for this year is, quote, equality, reducing inequalities, advancing human rights, unquote. It relates to Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which reads as follows: all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. The principles of equality and non-discrimination are at the heart of human rights. They are aligned with the 2030 Agenda and with the United Nations approach set out in the document entitled, quote, Sharing Framework on Leaving No One Behind, Equality and Non-Discrimination at the Heart of the Sustainable Development, unquote. Published by the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. Under the general umbrella of the Office of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Stand Up for Human Rights, a campaign around the importance of equality, keeping the COVID-19 pandemic context as a backdrop, is being developed. The campaign will focus on promoting an equality solution, engaging in global discussion to ensure more equitable development and a human rights-based economy, catalyzing action to show the positive consequences of human rights and economic cooperation, to be able to achieve equality in dignity and rights for all. Emphasis and focus would need to be placed on the following 6 general orientations, namely, a human rights-based economy which will break cycles of poverty, a new social contract which will rebuild fairer, equal opportunities for the youth, the reversal of vexing inequality and injustice, the advancement and right to a healthy environment and climate justice, preventing conflict by building resilience through equality, inclusion, and human rights. Indeed, a human rights-based economy that supports better, fairer, and more sustainable societies for present and future generations can only be achieved through the human rights, including economic, social, and cultural rights, as well as the right to development and the right to a safe, clean, healthy, and sustainable environment. We need a new social contract which more fairly shares power, resources, and opportunities and sets the foundations of a sustainable human rights-based economy. Moreover, urgent action is needed to secure and strengthen the futures of young people. Unless their rights are protected, including through decent jobs and social protection, the COVID generation runs the risk of falling prey to the detrimental effects of mounting inequality and poverty. In fact, amidst the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic, vaccine injustice through unfair vaccine distribution violates international legal and human rights norms and the spirit of global solidarity. The longer vaccine inequality persists, the longer the virus will circulate and evolve. Therefore, in order to rebuild trust and to ensure a life of dignity for all, the call for a common agenda and a new social contract is undoubtedly the need of the hour. Moreover, the impacts of environmental degradation undeniably aggravate existing inequalities and negatively affect the human rights of future and present generations. Therefore, the protection, respect, and fulfillment of the human rights to a clean, healthy, and sustainable environment needs to be at the heart of a new human rights-based economy which will produce a green recovery from COVID-19. Furthermore, human rights have the power to tackle the root causes of conflict and crisis by addressing and eliminating inequalities. Societies that provide full measure of protection and promotion of human rights for everyone are more equipped to surmount unexpected crises such as pandemics and impacts of the climate crisis. Since its independence in 1968, the Republic of Mauritius is relentlessly committed to the universal values of democracy, good governance, the rule of law, promotion and protection of human rights, and fundamental freedoms. They are, in fact, the foundations of our development, and they continue to shape our policies to build a nation where our citizens remain at the very core of our development. The government of Mauritius is determined to provide a human rights-based approach to the socio-economic and cultural development of the country so as to enable its citizens to enjoy a good quality of life based on core values such as human dignity, respect, equality of treatment, economic empowerment, and social justice. We all need to stand up for human rights and reduce existing inequalities. Therefore, let us stand together for equality, reducing inequalities, and advancing human rights. I thank you for your attention.